Gee, I wore my heels today, too. After a little more than 2 months on the job, here is some of what I have learned. First, our city is blessed with unique assets that regularly earn it national recognition for its livability and quality of life. And these characteristics will help Corvallis to more successfully weather the fiscal challenges currently being faced by governmental entities at all levels, including our city. These assets and challenges are addressed in the 4 strategic goals adopted by the City Council on March 7th, and those are the handouts that we'll be referencing today. The goals will frame our collective plan of work for the next 2 years and reflect the city's ongoing commitment in the overarching areas of diversity, citizen involvement, sustainability, and cost efficiencies. The Council's goals for this 2-year term are to strengthen the city's role in supporting the development of our local economy, to enhance our relationship to and connection with Oregon State University, to improve access to and availability of locally produced food, and to develop additional ways to foster a financially sustainable city government and budget. I'd like to address each of these goals briefly. First, economic development. Corvallis is blessed with a complement of exceptional employers, low unemployment, and a high-quality workforce that is well suited for today's knowledge-based economy. In fact, scientists at Los Alamos National Laboratory and the Santa Fe Institute in New Mexico recently found Corvallis to be the top city in America for innovation, after accounting for its size. Corvallis outperforms all others in economic output, personal income, and preventing violent crime. And Corvallis leads the nation in patented inventions, as it has for more than a decade. But we know we can do more to help ensure that good jobs are available for those who want to live and work in our community. I recently appointed 9 community leaders to a newly formed Economic Development Commission to make recommendations to the City Council about how the city can support and fund key economic development initiatives. We anticipate having initial recommendations in place to assist with preparing next year's city budget. Next, education. Education is a key driver of our city's innovation and future prosperity, as well as its livability. That's why the City Council has established a goal concerning the city's relationship with Oregon State University. OSU is by far our largest employer, and in many ways the university helps define us as a city. With students comprising nearly half of our city's residents, it is important that OSU and the city work and plan together in key areas including housing, transportation, public safety, and more. I'm pleased to say that communication between our 2 organizations is already good, and we are establishing ways to strengthen those connections as our university and our city continue to grow. As one quick reference, OSU students and staff are well represented on the Corvallis Sustainability Coalition. Those of us who were at the meeting last week know that to be true. And this commitment is also helping to address the challenges posed by a growing student population. For example, although there are 1,000 additional students at OSU this year, fewer students brought cars to campus this year than last year. Another council goal references our location in the heart of the Willamette Valley. As a fertile, growing region with a thriving agribusiness sector and related research initiatives, we want to improve access to and availability of locally produced food. This includes the completion of a master plan and policies for community gardens on city-owned land. It also involves the city's role in supporting food-related businesses and activities. This commitment will strengthen the overall health and economic wealth of our community. Finally, the City Council will continue its support of policies designed to foster a financially sustainable city budget. The city is required to maintain a balanced budget, and current economic challenges have prompted reductions of $2.2 million this year and an additional projected shortfall of $3.1 million for the budget year beginning July 1st. Current service reductions have impacted jobs and programs in every department. Staff are currently involved in contract negotiations with 2 of the city's 4 unions, including its largest. And progress is being made in containing compensation-related expenses while it's still ensuring a fair contract. In addition, on May 17th, voters will be asked whether they will support a 3-year local option levy of 45 cents per $1,000 of assessed property value. The levy will generate approximately $1.8 million annually and will be used to fund the continued operation of the Corvallis Benton County Public Library, Osborne Aquatic Center, and Corvallis Senior Center, as well as provide support for local social service organizations which provide emergency and transitional services to some of our most vulnerable citizens. Although additional service reductions will need to be made to achieve a balanced budget, even if the levy passes, the levy will help ensure that valued city services are protected. In addition to addressing these 4 goals, the City Council anticipates spending approximately the next 6 months completing a search for a new city manager. After 30 years of public service, 18 of which were spent here in Corvallis, John Nelson recently announced that he will retire as city manager on June 30th to pursue a career as a professional dancer. I very much enjoyed working with John throughout his tenure in Corvallis. He has provided tremendous leadership and service for our city, and he will be missed. Fortunately for us, he has developed an outstanding group of senior managers who will continue to provide valued expertise in their respective areas as we begin this transition. And where we are in the search process right now is that a request for proposal was sent last week to a number of firms who specialize in this type of government-related search. They will have a few weeks to complete those proposals and submit them. Ellen Volmert, a City Club member who's the Assistant City Manager and also oversees human resources functions for the city, serves as our key staff person in helping the council with this the search process. So it's underway now. As the search process gets underway, we will provide information about how you, as community members, can participate and provide feedback to the council. Because we anticipate that the search will last beyond the end of June, an interim city manager will be appointed as John's retirement date nears. I'm confident that we will attract outstanding candidates to this position because of the kind of community Corvallis is, based on what our citizens tell us. And Corvallis residents do like their city. We are among 300 cities with populations between 30,000 and 70,000 that participate in an annual citizen attitude survey. The nearly 400 randomly selected respondents from the 2010 survey rated Corvallis above or much above the average of similar-sized cities in almost all categories. 93% rated Corvallis as a good or excellent place to live, and nearly 2/3 rated the value of services for the taxes paid as good or excellent. And while there is much to do in the months ahead, I have been energized by what I have seen and experienced thus far as your mayor. In part, this is due to the hundreds of dedicated individuals who serve the city every day as employees and volunteers on the city's nearly 24 advisory boards and commissions. Their efforts help ensure a quality of life that distinguishes our city and allows us to live larger than many cities with much greater populations. I'm proud to serve as your mayor, and I look forward to working together as we build a stronger future for our city. Thank you.